Back to the grind, yes. You know that we love to see it. Shirt by Anime Plug Co, I think. I'm gonna drop the @ in the description. Honestly, forgot how to make a YouTube video.
You're watching Anime Sundays.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Anime Sundays, the show where we talk about anime on Sundays. Yes, I know it has been quite a while since the last YouTube debate video, but I've been doing a lot of traveling, a lot of collabing. If you've been peeping the gram, I've been all over the place trying to get this content out, especially these TikToks and these skits. But you know we have to get back in our bag and get to the education and the analytics that we need in the community. My boy Shorter Showdown sent me a message, somebody said, can you tell Sundays to post on Sunday? So you know I'm gonna try to do better. So today's video's topic is heavily based off of my boy Rob from Shorter Showdown's last debate video, where he dropped his personal top 3 favorite new gen animes, or the ones that he thought were the 3 greatest new gen animes out right now. Instead of, biting his whole swag, I thought I would switch it up a little bit and do my personal top 3 new gen main characters.
自分の気持ちは大事にすることにしたから、大事なものは拾うんだ。
Instead of just going into the depth about the top 3 animes that I like that are new gen, I thought I'd focus on something a little bit more niche and talk about the main characters that some of these new gen shows are putting out. Now, unlike Rob, I'm not gonna do all the new gen main characters who I thought are trash or who I thought shouldn't be in my top 3. I'm gonna go ahead and probably just get straight into my top 3. And then at the end, I'll do my top 3 real quickly favorite new gen animes as well. While we're on the topic, right? Might as well. Also, I'm gonna take another quick cheat code from my boy Rob's old video. I'm only doing new gen characters from 2016 on up. Like Rob said, past 2016, even though animes are still coming out, it can get a little too crazy, a little too hectic. So at number 3, I have Yuji Itadori. Yes, the up and coming star of the new gen world, main protagonist of Jujutsu Kaisen. We already know how Jujutsu Kaisen is coming. One of the hottest animes out right now, one anime of the year with Crunchyroll Awards. Now, the reason I chose Yuji is because I feel like every time I see Yuji or he comes on screen, it's almost like I'm getting a different kind of piece of some of our other favorite old and new main characters that we already love. For example, as Yuji's progressing through the story and really getting into being a real-time Jujutsu sorcerer, you can see that drive, that willingness to really want to save people and never wanting to lose a friend again. Kind of gives me that Deku drive, how Deku really is more passionate about anything is to save someone's life, to keep people alive. And even though that's not like Yuji's main forefront, he wants to be strong enough to protect those he loves. So he's got like that little bit of Deku drive in him. He also has a lot of that carefree kind of, willing to battle anybody's spirit, kind of like Gon, maybe a little bit like Luffy. Kind of got that, I'm here, I'm with it, I'm learning, I'm all about making the best of this battle and progressing. He's kind of got that carefree spirit. He maybe not as soft as Deku, not saying Deku's weak as hell or trash. He doesn't let too much of his emotions take over when it comes to things like that. Then, your boy Yuji is really a battles juju genius. It's already bad enough that he's got Sukuna, right, the ace in the hole. Of course, you can't use him whenever, but he's already so good at picking up on how to use curse techniques better, how to make himself stronger, how to make himself faster, how to be more efficient in battle, to the point that we see him going from a very hard-fought battle against Mihito, almost losing his life, still learning the basics. If Nanami wasn't there, it probably wouldn't have been game over, to piecing up a special grade curse, one of the strongest ones on the curses side with Toto. Like, this is just another day in the park, like just another walk down the beach. His skills as a prodigy, to me, are some of the best we've seen in a young MC. And he doesn't seem to have like that OP factor, like maybe like an Anos Voldy Gold or a Rimuru, or even a Shinra. Like Shinra has some kind of OP traits when he first started out. He's kind of really getting everything out the mud and learning literally just off a straight battle with a power system that is kind of complicated. To me, I look at curse techniques, curse energy, almost as complicated of a ability as Nen. Like there are so many rules, so many contracts, so many ways to make yourself fire with curse energy as there are Nen, that it's like, damn, Yuji's kind of got that Killua aspect in him too when it comes to that battle instincts. To me, Yuji has all these great elements of other main characters that we already love, and he has his own genuine personality, right? You know, it's just very refreshing to see a new MC who doesn't have like that one kind of annoyance or one kind of fluke where everyone's like, oh, Deku's a crybaby, Asta's screaming. Yuji is embodying that perfect shonen MC that we love, those traits, but he's his own genuine person. At number 2, and I really had to give credits to my boy Rob for really running back the facts of this character. My boy Senku, man, listen, I gotta tell you ever watched season 2 of Dr. Stone? That man there is a problem. How much more badass of an MC do you get? The man can't fight, right? The man really has no physical abilities or powers, but he's so smart, he's such a genius, and he's so obsessed with learning how to go beyond the problems that everyone has, that it's almost like being evil to him or being the bad guy is just boring. We don't really see MCs that kind of have that motive. But we know he has a good heart. He's literally doing everything in his power to try to save mankind without judgment, with people already being crushed, with the power of science, just because it's a challenge to him, just because he wants to go past it and show that the human race is not going to be defeated by something so, you know, easily as petrification. The way he's been outsmarting Tsukasa and all the other enemies he's had to deal with. That last battle with him and old boy fighting the spear guy from Tsukasa's tribe, boy, I was like, wow. To see a duo like that work together against all the odds is amazing. And then, of course, like my boy Rob said, there's no episode of Dr. Stone that you watch and you don't leave without learning something that's like real life facts. And it's because of the way Senku really be breaking it down and showing you how it can be done. Oh yeah, we can turn paper into armor easily. To me, Senku is just kind of like a revolutionary MC. You know, we haven't seen an MC this smart in a very, very long time, and especially not this scientifically smart. And it's just really cool for a guy who really can't fight like that to be able to do all this and still have this like great motive behind what he's doing. So at number 2, you know I have Senku, man. Great MC, really making Dr. Stone a great new gen show. At number 1, I have a character who I feel is the most underrated MC, one of the most underrated anime characters out right now. And that is Shigeo Kageyama, also known as Mob from Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100 is one of my favorite new gen animes in general. It's not on my top 3 because I think some of the newer ones that came out kind of, you know, shadowed that second season. But people are really sleep on the character of Mob. The man grew up all his life knowing he was a very powerful psychic and knowing that it was controlled by his emotions even at a young age. Knowing all this, he pretty much had to grow up as a child as best as he could without showing emotion. He had to just always keep his emotions under check. Couldn't really get too happy, couldn't really get too angry, couldn't really do all the things other kids wanted to do. Now you may say, boo-hoo, Mob, who cares? But you have to understand, when you go through that and all it's doing is actually kind of like making it harder for you to control your powers, when you're trying to do the right thing, exercise, spirits, and psychic villains, it is very hard for you to keep that power under control and not hurt anybody. We all know how soft-hearted Mob is. We all know how kind and gentle he is. And you have villains literally not only trying to physically and telekinetically dog him, right? Trying to kill him from the outside because he's way too powerful. You got the spirits of old super powerful psychics trying to break him down mentally, trying to break him down where he's the most powerful. You got that one psychic who literally made Mob kind of relive his life as if he didn't have powers, where he grew up bullied every day. His brother resented him. He had no friends. got hurt. And he actually went down the evil path and he had to figure out who he was as a person. Is he just a psychic? Is he a monster? Is he a loser? Like, what is the purpose of him having all this power? So it's a lot of development. It's a lot of internal depth that Mob has to go through on a daily basis. And then after he overcomes it, he comes back to him thinking that his whole family was burned alive from the claw or from the psychic villains looking for him. So now once again, he's peaked out. He's raged out. He's out here getting ready to kill every psychic walking in a 10-mile radius. And then still has to overcome that power to use it to help stop the president. When it comes to development and it comes to like really recognizing who you are and gaining control of your psyche, because it could be life or death for the ones you love, I think Mob has that quality on lock. And then he forgives the people that put him in that trance and torture them. Like, it is a lot of growth there. And I think people are really sleep on the character of Mob, you know, because he's not that brazen, loud, like I'm here type of MC, but because he's a little more calm and collected and dealing with his battles on the inside for everyone else, people are kind of asleep. So I definitely think Mob is the greatest new gen MC to me. There's gonna be some greater feats from other MCs coming up, but that boy Mob Psycho really be going through it with these psychics, with his family, with everyone just really coming at him just because he's so powerful and he's just trying to do the right thing. Had to stop messing with Reagan for a minute, almost lost trust in bro, the only one that was there for him. So yeah guys, those are my top 3 new gen MCs. I have Yuji at 3, Senku at 2, Mob at 1. Real quick, my top 3 new gen animes in general for me is number 3, I have Jujutsu Kaisen, because yes, Jujutsu Kaisen is really out here putting in mad work. Fights are great, power system's great, plot to me is also great, characters are lit, and the dialogue to me also is one of the best things about it. I think what makes it so fire. Number 2, I have Fire Force. I think Fire Force is extremely slept on. I felt like no episode of season 2 really missed. I felt like they really pushed the boundary there, and I really feel like Fire Force needs its due. And at number 1, yes, I have Black Clover as my favorite new gen anime. Black Clover has done nothing but provide heat to me really since the early dozens of episodes. Of course, in the beginning, people are going to say Asa's too loud, the animation is kind of inconsistent, but for me, I feel like as a shonen where you think you can predict what's going to happen, I feel like Black Clover has done its job to really keep you on your toes and to really just like show you, oh, now we maybe like your favorite shonen, but we're completely different. Like my boy Rob said, Asa and Yuno's rivalry. We haven't seen this since Gon and Killua. Yami out here, like when do we ever see a sensei really go this hard fighting with his teammates since Kakashi? Asta always pushing it, going hard. And some of the fights are really, really dope. To me, one of the greatest fights was Lit versus Asta and Yuno that I seen in a new gen series, period. Alright y'all, appreciate y'all coming back to this Sunday debate. I'm gonna try to do better with these YouTubes. It's been a long road. I've been grinding on TikTok, trying to hit 200K, trying to get to this 35, 40K on IG. Appreciate all y'all support. Trying to get to 100 followers on Twitch. Y'all tap in. I'm about to start streaming Kakarot, the new DLC. And yeah, man, we're gonna catch you with the next Sunday debate. Hopefully coming soon. See you then.